So, I thought about what to present. Actually, I thought about presenting more the drawbacks. I have to say we moved to Java heavyweight and we struggled also heavyweight. So first I would like to give you a little bit background on what SAP is doing. Probably not all people are aware of it. So yeah, we are a long-term provider actually of the VE, like Jim from the database group said. Yeah, the database is a virtual execution environment, the ABAP environment provided with R3 and all the successors or parts of it. Is actually a virtual machine. It has bytecode, not platform independent, but it can run on a lot of platforms. It's doing most of this stuff. It was developed dedicatedly to support business applications. Since a shorter time period, we are also a user of standard virtual and execution environments, especially Java. We do also quite some work with .NET, but not our main application work is based on that. So some requirements which also make it perhaps a little special what I'm talking about, because we heard a lot about what you could do if you are an expert, what you can do in the last time. But I have to say our target group is not technical, and its target group is both developers and customers. They are really focusing on business content, not on the latest features. So a second thing is really reproducibility and standard behavior is really key. So it's nice to have flexibility to do everything, but our customers don't like it. They want to have standard interfaces, standard behavior, all this kind of stuff. So why do we even go to more technology, more flexibility with Java? Yeah, the complexity of the overall scenarios drives the technology needs. And so what we always try from the technology development to provide is the technological progress in the easiest way possible. So what was the other value proposition? It provided an environment which really makes it very easy to do business-related functionality, transactional functionality. It's very dialogue-oriented, so the classical ABAP has a very tight connection between user interface, very controlled one, with the actual ABAP modules. What I missed here is that it's really database centric. One very important thing is the high robustness and fault tolerance. So even if something goes wrong, even in the, let's say, trusted code base of the application server, the impact is normally very low. The one session is gone, but the rest still is there. And one other very important point is to hide the platform. So we are running on quite some Unix platforms, on AS400, OS 390, on Windows, of course. And so this is really important. Another side of the ABAP environment is it disables most of the technological features. So it has very strict resource control. It doesn't have explicit parallelism. You simply code straightforward. It has, for example, no way to do direct networking. So what is the Java value proposition? You get a generic machine. You can do everything with it, starting from mobile phones up to application servers. You get access to all the resources available. It provides very fine-grained operations, all this kind of stuff. So it's a pretty different proposition. So showing where we went from ABAP, where we combined an application server written in C, which really runs on the physical environment, plus a very specialized virtual environment, going to a general virtual execution environment. I would like to stress here on some points. In the physical environment, you get something pretty much pre-configured. The operating system, if you fire up the box, it's running. The operating system provides some things which we miss heavily. Isolation. It provides pretty efficient ways to do stuff, complicated, and a lot of freedom. And then we build on top of that our specialized virtual environment, which is very restricted, easy to use, with very powerful operations. We had, of course, some limits here. And I think we discussed it, or we heard it during the days very much also, that, yeah, the complexity to build that environment is very high. That we needed a very specialized group, small group, to do the application server core. So when we wanted to extend it to follow technology progress, we were very limited. People started to do things outside. And people then hoped to get with Java to another level. We got to another level, but it has some drawbacks. Actually, the other side of the specialized virtual environment was ABAP. I have to admit, we have to go quite some way still. We had some discussions at lunch about, yeah, how do you do like database access in the Java world? I have to say most of the stuff we are doing right now is not comparable to what we do in Java world. It's still not ready. We don't have a model to hand it over to the standard application developer. Okay, I wanted to do a recap of Bob's intro, because actually with that slide I was sitting there and thought, okay, if I would show that my colleagues, and I have to say on any level, management or developers, probably most of them would pretty much laugh at me. So we see it's portable and well specified, it's secure, we achieve better productivity with very high levels of performance. I go through these points a little bit. So let's start with portable and well specified. What did we have to face? Okay, we need to somehow manage the VM instances if we want to build an application server. It's not running out of the box. No, we talked about it. And I think Ben said, if you have a server, you can probably set these